Hi, I'm no musician, and today I would like to show you a piece of gear that really helped me take more steps into creating something that kind of weirdly resembles music. The thing that I would like to show you is the Novation Circuit, which is considered a groovebox. It can hold samples. A sample is a piece of sound, any piece of sound, any snippet of music. Like you could go with la 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 la, and that could be a sample, or you could just have one hit on a drum, that could be a sample. Like everything that you would cut up and go on using in creating music. And these kind of samples can go on the different buttons, and then I will show you how this works. They will be played on the different buttons. But it also includes two synths. And what a synthesizer is, I will not explain to you today. I just wanted to show it to you because it really helped me have fun and play around with sound and patterns and rhythm, because my understanding of rhythm is not very good, as you may be able to tell from my last video. This thing really had a low barrier for me to access. It was really easy to understand for me from the beginning, and it was really rewarding to just play around and come up with rhythmic and melodic patterns. As of now, I don't think you can buy the circuit from any retailer, but you can get them secondhand, at least in Germany. They go for 200 to 300 euros, which on one hand is not cheap. On the other hand, considering music gear, it's also not the most expensive thing. Like, it still has a certain accessibility. I, again, did not buy this thing. I have somebody who lent it to me. I will now show you only very superficially what you can do with it, only like the first steps you can take with it, the first things that I learned to do with it. And already these first pieces for me were a lot of fun, and like they are really basic and really easy to recreate again and again. So this is a very basic introduction. If it were a tutorial, it would be like the most basic beginner tutorial for it, which may be useful for you if you are new to this whole experience of making music. And actually I would recommend the circuit if you can get a hold of one. The company Novation brought out newer variations of the principle. They made their new gear more sophisticated, more tailored to professional music artists. But I still love the circuit because it's so easily accessible and so much fun to play around with. There's this barrier towards creating music. There's this idea that you have to learn to play an instrument, that you have to have understanding of music theory. And I never knew that things like the circuit exist, that there are objects that are like almost inviting to just play. Like I like video games, and also I like creating. And sometimes you have video games where you can also access some ways of playing around with music. So why did I not know that this thing existed, or that things like these exist? Actually, it would be so cool if you learned about this at school, for example. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Here's the circuit. I will turn it on. And here's the nice interface, and I appreciate a lovely color scheme. Oh, my look is fitting to the color scheme. We have 2 synths here. But I will show you the drums first, because this is something that really hit me the first time very much. That really, helped me to get into this. So here's the drum set. Like it says drum 1 and drum 2. And this is the drum pattern. If I push here the play button, this little light will run through all the steps. And what you can see is this is drum number 1. So each of these buttons is one step of the drum. It will get clearer in a minute. So this is both these lines are drum number 1. And I will now check out if we're connected. And I will now turn on this drum. I just pushed this button and you can see it's glowing. Each step that gets hit by the light will then produce the drum sound. This is drum number 1, makes one sound. Let's do it more simple, like this is a very regular pattern. A little bit annoying. Now I will just randomly push them. See, this is drum number 2. And what I like about this is that it you can just randomly push any buttons, but because it's running through at the same speed all the time and repeating the pattern all the time, it will sound rhythmical, and that's what I really like about it. Like that was is it a nice rhythm? It's not the nicest rhythm, but it's so cool to me that I can just push buttons and it will some rhythm will be produced. And that's really something so nice for me, because I am very much not a rhythmic person. I really don't have any kind of rhythmic feeling or understanding at all. Like if you watched my last video about Audacity, then you can see me absolutely not understanding how to create a rhythmic pattern. And the circuit for me was the first thing that really made me experiment with this structure in a very playful way. And for me, it was very fast rewarding. Let's delete some of those and do something very simple. This is drum number 1. And we have drum number 2. That will just add to the first drum. Like drum number, this was drum number 1 and 2. Those are drum 3 and 4. I think. Okay, that's not the nicest sound. We can change it with shift, go on the drum, and now you can choose from all the drum. A lot of drum presets or samples, a lot of drum samples we have. We can scroll down, access more samples. It's a clap. That's another sound. Is that? I can never remember. That's a clap. This is a drum. I'm looking for something like that. Small tick, or maybe this. I think it's called a hi-hat. So we put the hi-hat or whatever it is on drum number 4. So So yeah, I don't know. For me, that's really it turned out to be real fun. Yeah, that was like the first situation where I felt like, oh my god, I can just like push some buttons and whatever comes out doesn't necessarily sound like trash. It's like cute to listen to it. It's very far from producing a whole track or a dance track or anything, but it's so much fun. It's so much, it's opening doors, or it did open doors for me. So that's the drums. Now we have here the synth 1 and 2. I ignore the sidechain situation here, but I will go into the synth. And the above the 2 lines are for like playing. We can here again scale or scroll through it. If we go up, we will reach the higher notes. Higher notes. And same goes for this synth, which is another synth. We can again change the synth because I don't like this one very much. The preview of each synth is a little different from what it sounds like in the final. I like this one, so go back and sounds so different. Like, is it even? I hear a little bit of the wobbly sound in the back, but it sounds so different, right? It's just weird. The way the keys are put in order is not corresponding to the white and black keys on the keyboard. I don't understand notes and music theory, so I have no idea. They sound harmonious and you can change the scale here. But I ignore that. I just push buttons. So yeah, you can just... So we have the beat. Sounds. It's fun. It doesn't sound great, but it's fun. So I can just play something immediately. Could like play this live. I mean, the synth is really ugly. I want to change this. Let's try this one. Okay, yeah. See? I don't know. It's so rewarding for me. Like it's so easy to come up with something here, no? Yeah, I can play something live and then I can record it while it's going through. And then you see those, it has called the notes. And those are illuminated now. If I push here, I will see which note it's playing, and I can also hold this and add notes or delete them or whatever. As you can see, it's not many steps. It's really just this pattern. There's ways to add more patterns, to mix it all, stuff like that. I will not go into this now, but this is like for the sake of playing around for now. So I added this, and I can also just not record anything, but like just, you know, see, it's just added these 3 notes on this one. I don't like them. I'd rather... And that's it. See, that's really easy. Now I would like to maybe change a little bit of the way it sounds, because it can be manipulated with these knobs on top. And those knobs only have numbers on them. They, yeah, with each synth you combine them with, it will sound a little different. They will do something different. So it's really more for playing around. The synth nerds, they will know what like a wah-wah is and resonance and all these kind of things, but it's not labeled here, so you kind of just play around. So I want to go and what if I turn this? Nothing. Didn't do much today, right? Oh yeah, it does something. Interesting, it added something. Just droning. It's so long, the note. Interesting. There you go, Phil. Interesting. What could it be? Resonance? I don't know. Do we want these drums to be a little deeper or something? I don't know. If I have now like the orange drums here, number 1 and number 2, and if I manipulate the knobs, you can see they are illuminated orange right now. So it will have an impact on both of the drums, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I wanna at least go in here, and you can see like the lines. I don't know what's it called. Like it's a table, and so the pink one is for synth number 1. Synth number 2, it's labeled very clearly. This one's glowing now because we have the orange drum pattern on this knob. And if I turn it off, if I turn this off, if I go to these buttons, they are empty. And now the drums are gone. But I want to turn off now the synth and just want to hear the drums. Just the orange drums. And now I want to see if I can change them. Ouch. It's okay. Give it a little more bass. Why don't we? A little bit more of an industrial sound. Okay, so add the synth back. See, I can go turn it off. Cute. And this filter, this filter is called a cutoff filter. It's called a cutoff filter. I need to like turn down the music a little bit so I can concentrate. So this is a cutoff filter. This is one of the first things I understood about music, electronic music, and synthesizer stuff. It will either cut off the high frequencies, or the low frequencies. So either you will only have like the deeper tones, deeper notes, deeper sounds, or the higher ones. Just let's listen to it. See, this direction, it cuts off everything that's high, and let's pass everything that's low, so it gets like really muted and deep and dark. And the other way around. Yeah, I love this because it's like easy to understand for me, and it's a cool effect, right? You will just Like that's what the DJs do. Like, I guess. Okay, and then we have the tempo. There's 120 beats per minute. Let's make it slower. That's easy enough to understand, right? That's my tempo. And anything else? I think that's it. Like, that's really the most basic thing about this. You can do so much more. Obviously, you can produce stuff with it. You can go in and create 4 tracks. I don't know how many people use it for this thing. Maybe it's just for simple beat production that you will then use to create more elaborate songs or something. Yeah, but for me it was really like opening a way into creating music in a very, very easily accessible way. And what I also like is I will give this to my kids. They are 5 years and 9 years old, and I gave it to them and they could play around with it, and it's easy enough for them. Like, they probably don't understand. They just really push buttons. But that's okay. It's really fun. It's really accessible in a way. And there's some gear out that's actually directed at children. Actually, it's directed at, let's be honest, music nerds who have kids and want their kids to try and make music and like want to teach them synthesizer stuff or something like that. I've never seen something that's as easily accessible as the circuit for my kids, for myself, who, like, how much more do I know about producing music than my kids know? I mean, by now, definitely a lot more, but when I started, not much, no. I would like to try if I get into the ambient mood, because that's what I actually did with this thing, because I'm still not good at producing beats even with this groovebox. Oops. So instead what I did was like just playing some ambient sounds on it. So what I then did was just create ambient sounds with it and record them with my computer. So I want to try this now. Let's start this. But that didn't work. Okay. Can we hear this now? Can I hear this now? Oh, that's nice. Oh, I already added an effect. I already put some reverb on this. It's really nice with the reverb now. So it's not so nice now. Very interesting, weird and interesting. I wanted to show you this little treasure that really brought me a lot of joy. Bye!